So, shall we push our luck even further and try and do another chapter?
Just because we tend to record chapters in sets of 3, I think that would be good. But I'm doing the dialogue this time because...
No, you said it was 3 and then 2 and then 2 and
then 2.
Oh,
right, he's doing the first 3. So yeah.
So,
okay.
Going on to chapter 3, loading slowly, arg. Okay. Chapter 3, yesterday again! They were standing on a hill next to where they had fought evil yesterday, and then they saw the master regenerating again after being shot. And then they saw the master regenerating again after being shot by Sekov. And then they saw the master regenerating again after being shot by Chekhov. And then he turned into... James Bond! D colon, D colon, D colon.
Well, that explains how how James Bond even got to the Enterprise to begin with, aside from the fact that apparently Q has been supplying him with stuff.
Said James Bond. I had the same name as Kirk and Moriarty. Did you honestly think it was a coinkydink? James Bond is the master! Exclaimed the Fifth Doctor. It's like a pair of whiny bitches, because the Fifth Doctor is a whiny bitch.
James Bond is the master.
Say it twice.
What will we do?
James Bond is the master.
Good.
You will do nothing except the sad James Bond.
Wait,
was now the master.
Yeah, we're skipping everything that isn't dialogue again.
Yeah, you skipped the exclaimed the Fifth Doctors.
No, I said that.
Oh. Well, I didn't get to say what will we do.
You need to say that twice also.
But
Yes.
That's the Fifth Doctor saying that.
Yes.
Like, did you become the Fifth Doctor when I didn't hear it or something?
Apparently, I voiced him.
Well, okay then. Let's just do that line over then.
But he can see it. He gets voiced twice now.
What will we do? What will we do?
You will do nothing. You will do nothing except the sad James Bond was now the master as he pulled out a gun and started killing everyone, starting with Wesley.
7?
But then Samyon shot him in the leg before he could kill anyone else, and he turned around and it was... Did someone say something?
Yeah, I said 7.
7?
For the Wesley count. Yeah, for the Wesley count.
Yeah, anyway, and it was... And he turned around and it was... Jean-Luc Picard! Whom she wasn't going to write about.
Because he's old and bald. And I'm
So-
not writing about him, ew. According to her.
Alright, you are definitely Jean-Luc, babe.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
You made me play the doctor. I don't know why I'm in charge of this.
Yeah,
I'm not in
but,
charge of this.
actually,
Do you want to be Jean-Luc?
Actually, though, I had kind of imagined that I would be Picard, but
Alright.
I'm not sure I
No,
can
no,
do
go
it.
ahead, go
Be
ahead, go
Picard.
ahead.
I was just trying to... I don't know what I was
You have
doing.
you have the deepest voice among us. It's only fair.
I have come to stop you and prove why I'm the best captain in Starfleet, Picard. I have come to stop you and prove why I'm the best. I am...
Worse stuff than this has tripped you up before. How are you falling apart at this?
I don't know. I have come to stop you and prove why I'm the best captain in Starfleet, Picard said. And then the two had a Mexican standoff and shot each other at the same time. And when the dust cleared, only one of them was still standing. It was... 2 days ago. So, it was 2 days ago who was still standing. I don't get that.
Also, I'm looking at the next part, and who is going to voice the female character in this scene? Because I'm already voicing Q.
Well, I have
Rock,
not
paper,
made any
scissors,
of my bad attempts at being a female character in this, so perhaps I can do that.
Yeah, you do one of your... Do your Sayu voice.
My Sayu voice, which I have a hard time distinguishing myself from my near voice, but...
It's just like your near voice, but slightly higher pitched.
So anyway, John, Luke, and Q was sexing in Picard's bed. Q didn't Q Q didn't care that Picard is old and bald because he has a Picard fetish and because he has a Picard fetish and hangs pictures of him on his locker and stuff.
Because, well, I guess the Q continuum can be pretty much anything, but I hang pictures of him in his locker.
Q was really sexed up, and he had a sex pack, semicolon bracket. Or semicolon close bracket. And he used his sex Q powers. And he used his sex Q powers to turn Picard sexy and also a grill, and now she was called Grey, not Luke Picard. So that's the X-Men, another thing this is apparently a crossover with.
Yes.
So what is that by now? Star Trek, Doctor Who, Sherlock, James Bond, X-Men.
It is so many things.
So they were sexing hard, and it was sexy. The sex was so good that Jean Grey turned into the Phoenix. OMG! She squealed as she caught fire, and then she was hot. Get it? But Q didn't care because he was a Q, and he's immortal. So honestly, a chick catching fire while having sex with him is really just sort of a turn on.
Hey, you're on fire, lol.
Said Q, getting all sexed up by it. Q, this is serious. I'm gonna die. Because Jean Grey always dies, lol. Cyclops is a player. The whole
Pretty
room
much.
was on fire.
I said, little bit.
So, yeah. The whole room was on fire and everything was burning and Wesley... The whole room was on fire and everything was burning and Wesley walked into the room because the fire alarms were going off. Because the fire alarms were going off and was going to put out the fire, but caught on fire instead and died.
And at least he's in the right time period this time.
So, Q-line...
Hold on, I have to regain my composure. Look, okay. Tell you what, sad Q.
I will make you a Q, and then... I will make you a Q too, and then you will not die, and also you'll be even sexier her. I just tried imitating Q myself with that line. And then Jean Grey... Why Luke Picard was a Q! :O. He was a dude again, because he wanted to gay sex with Q, and they did. But now he had brown hair and abs, and really big you-know-what. But now he had brown hair and abs, and really big you-know-what, because Q can be hot if they want. And they do, so they Asray, and his name was now Picard. Or how do I pronounce that?
I don't know, Picard is probably the best pronunciation there, from what I can tell. Also, the line, and then, despite the random question mark in the middle of it, and then Jean Grey Luke Picard was a Q, just reminds me of, and then John was a zombie.
Anyway. And they do, so they Asray, and his name was now Picard. Tomorrow, which is actually yesterday. I get the impression that maybe even the writer herself doesn't know what the days are here.
No, because it was 2 days ago. And then tomorrow of 2 days ago is yesterday.
Oh, yeah, right. This was yesterday. Yeah, so... Oh ho ho! Laughed James Bond the Master as he looked at Picard's dead body. I have proved once and for all that I am the magnificent master of the universe. Not so fast. WTF, yelled the master as Picard stood up. But I coiled you. And that may have coiled John Luck Picard, but I am no longer him. I am now Picard. I changed... Oh, author's note.
I changed to, because it looked lick pig before.
Now I have magic, and you cannot stopple me. No, he yelled... No, he yelled before jumping in the TARDIS and flying away again. Just then, Chekhov came rushing. Just then, Chekhov came rushing. Lol, in. And this next line. Captain, we must stop. Captain, we must stop him and his steam machine before the universe falls apart.
Unverse.
Yeah. Captain, we must stop him and his steam machine before the universe falls apart. He is flying directly for the quad. And suddenly I feel like I'm sounding more Italian than Russian here.
Quadriangatil.
He is flying directly for the quadriangle time-space wall, and if he hits it, then the universe will fall over and break or something. I don't know, I haven't planned the story that far yet.
Which just reminds me of Dark Yug or Darkigum Ease. I don't care, it's not my story. Or, I don't know, it's not my story. It is, but I don't care.
I don't care.
Yes, the author literally said that in the middle of his own story. After a ridiculously implausible hand wave of something that didn't make any sense, which he acknowledged didn't make any sense. But it's not his story. It is, but he doesn't care. So anyway. But now I have the power to change Tim and stuff, because I'm a Q. Look. Lol. So then Pike ard.
Last one looked like it said Pigu. Wick is Japanish for pig, lol. The Yogscast said I love I'm mispronouncing them, great. Last one looked like... And I'm mispronouncing like...
Last one looks like...
Welcome to my world.
Last one looked like it said Pigu, which is Japanish for pig, lol. The Yogscast said, I love them. Tay-ray awesome.
Use the Sexar Q powers to summon a Quat and a Quark Tart, and then he huged them. Then he took out a magical mixing bowl and mixed them together.
That's yours.
Composure. I know! I'm just trying to regain my composure for this line. Woo, work it, baby.
No, baby.
Oh.
Put more emphasis on the woo. Like, woo!
Woo! Work it, babby.
Called Q, who was really turned on by Picard's mixing skills. And then, a giant rainbow quat cooking rainbows. Then, a giant
The author's just sticking cues anywhere that it does or does not make sense. All the P's are Q's, and all the G's are Q's, and all the words.
All the G's aren't Q's. Look at the end of McCusing Bowl.
Oh, true.
That's a G there.
That would be Mick-zick.
Yeah, and when it's cooking rainbows, there's a G in that.
If there's an ing at the end, I guess I skipped it. I don't know.
So, then a giant rainbow quat cooking rainbow balls flew out of the mixing bowl, and started signing that song from the internet that everyone licks for some reason. I don't know. I think it's dumb, and I hate e-cats and rainbows. Lol, except it's a quat and a rainbow. Because they were summoned by Picard's powers.
I don't think it was Pike. There's a UEA there, so I think that's for peak weird.
I'm just impressed that Neon Cat knows sign language.
Because they were summoned by Picard's powers. Climb on, everyone. Picard screamed. Then Spock, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Scotty, Bones, Ahura, Chekhov, Picard, Q, and Wesley got on it. And then they took off into Spapsy! And they were flying, but Wesley lost their balance and fell off and dead. 9 times?
Yes, 9 times. 9!
He'll have died more than the Doctor pretty soon.